gameplay, because we had just seen 4-gate pretty much like for the last few games. So keep in mind this is the first game of Google versus Immindry. So both players, we might see some aggressive play here just to get like a quick, easy win, like I was saying. Just to keep the player who does the aggressive build to get that easy win, they feel much more relaxed in the other games, just because he knows he can play a little bit more safer in the second game, maybe play a little bit more, I shouldn't say riskier by going macro, but maybe a little more variety-ish type,
Yeah, a little more offbeat builds could be coming up in the second game if we do see some kind of early cheese strategy. Would be interested in seeing that, but I don't think we're going to see much in the way of cheese. We haven't seen Immindry play yet, but we have seen Google, and he does tend to go for that similar huge econ build, get that expansion up, work on getting this long macro game. Definitely confident in his skills in those longer games, so we'll be interested to see if we do see that, or if we see some kind of early pressure out of Immindry, whose warp gate actually is coming up much faster than Google, so we might see some kind of 4-gate pressure out of Immindry. Would be very interested in that.
Yeah, and we do see that the warp gate is just starting up for Immindry. I mean, he's got 45 seconds left. He's sort of boosting that, and we do see that that the warp gate is just started for Google. He's been known to get his warp gate a little later, but he did get the second gateway out. And 4-gate coming up from Immindry, you could definitely just see this plopping down those 3 gateways, and probably going to put a proxy pylon. Don't know if Google will be ready for this because his warp gate just is like 40. It's only a fourth of the way done, and he is choosing the. I'm going to see what he puts his next Chrono Boost on. Will he put it on probes, or will he put it on his warp gate?
A little bit of micro battle going on here between Google and Immindry. Google trying to get that Stalker to micro kill that Zealot, but it looks like the Zealot is worked on the Stalker pretty far. Oh man, Immindry actually kills off the Stalker. That is a huge loss for Google. You do not want to lose that early Stalker to a Zealot. But of course he is trying to make sure he can force down his proxy pylon and get it out of the way, make sure he doesn't lose to these early proxy pylon pressure. But there is another probe coming here, has been spotted, laying down the proxy pylon. But Immindry trying to get out some units, trying to work his way in, but of course that proxy pylon is going to get taken out.
Yeah, he's just trying to stop this 4-gate proxy at all costs. Warp gate tech is 3/4 of the way there for Google right now, and he only has 2 gates out right now. Might choose to put down another one, getting a second gas. Curious to see what he's going to go here. It doesn't look like he's going to be going for any 4-gate, obviously. I mean, by now we would have seen the other gates up. But looks like he's going to be putting down a Twilight Council off of 2 gates. So what kind of build do you think we're going to see here?
Well, we're definitely going to see some kind of Blink Stalker play off of that Twilight Council, because of course Blink Stalkers are very, very common in the Protoss vs. Protoss mirror match. They are extremely effective. Could possibly see charge lots. We do see that a lot from White Raw, who's known for his special tactics, getting the warp prism, getting the charge lots out, which are actually very, very effective. But would be interested to see if we see charge lots. But most likely, I think we will be seeing some kind of early blink.
We one quick second here, and we do see that there are 2 more gates going down for for Google here, and we see the army of Immindry. He's putting out a proxy pylon just now, and the army's hiding next to the expansion ramp. Curious to see what's going to go down. There is a fairly small / decent army for Google. However, Immindry is moving up the ramp right now, just waiting at the bottom. May wait for another round of units before going in. And Google is putting on a dark shrine.
Ooh, he does pick up that probe, and that is absolutely critical. You definitely want to get that probe down. Immindry's starting to warp in units, but of course we do have a sentry up here that is going to force field the ramp, stop this kind of pressure. Just trying right now to hold off long enough to get that Dark Shrine online.
We do see another sentry coming up. Misses another. Dang, nice force field. Dang. Anyway, we do see that these Stalkers behind you are left out, but they are going to be getting some shots off on these Zealots. I don't know if Google will be able to hold this off. Doesn't look like it. You may lose one first game against this 4-gate here. The Dark Shrine is about 75% done. Only needs 100 more HP on that. slash shield, and I'm not sure if he can hold this off. Maybe if he can last out the next 20 seconds.
Yeah, he definitely needs to keep those warp gates ready to pump out some Dark Templar, because of course once those Dark Templar come out, he is going to be able to do stuff. He's starting to pick off at this Dark Shrine, but I don't think he's going to get it down in time. One Dark Templar will get made. Two Dark Templars are made. Two Dark Templar are coming. Oh, he needs to pick off those Dark Templar. He does not pick them off while they're still visible, and they're going to start pushing this army back. And it looks like Amindri is going to get forced back. Just going to send these Stalkers pretty much to their deaths, trying to pick off as many probes as he can.
Ooh, and Google's trying to force these Stalkers back, kind of pushing them into the Dark Templar here. It's a good play there. Some players may just try to move those probes around, but he obviously does not want to do that. These Dark Templar are just eating, like just picking one Stalker by Stalker away at this army. And it looks like, if you look at the units tab, Google is behind in the probe count, but he did manage to pay that off, and we do see a photon cannon coming up for Jason here, or sorry, not Jason, Imindri here, and he's trying to get some defense up against the Dark Templar.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like the photon cannon placement. Would have preferred to lay him down towards the bottom of his ramp, keep his army there to defend himself, because of course the Dark Templar do have to walk to his base. They can't just fly in.
Yeah, that is true. I think that, actually, I don't know, the photon cannon placement is protecting his mineral line and all his bases, but the photon cannon is going to come up in about 2 seconds that DT needs to get out of there. Unless he wants to get killed. One shot off that DT, and they know exactly where it is. It looks like Imindri's going to hold this off pretty well. These Dark Templar may actually pick off. This Dark Templar is definitely going to pick out this low ground pylon here, effectively supply blocking Imindri.
Yeah, Imindri's going to get supply blocked by that, but it's okay. He's actually working on a robotics facility, going to get up an observer to deal with these Dark Templar. Two Dark Templar are running into the main, but of course, when they get towards that. Oh, see, this is, again, why I dislike cannon placement, because the cannons aren't able to pick at these guys. They're only able to spot them.
Mm-hmm. And, let's see. Ooh, these Dark Templar are going to start picking up at the army. That is just... I mean, I agree with you on that cannon placement at this point, because at first I thought that maybe they'd be able to be effective, but right now it doesn't look like it. Google is rebuilding his Dark Shrine. He might want to get some, I don't know... What do you think? Maybe Archons out? I think he's getting a bunch of Zealots out, trying to use up the money that he has, and he's trying to rebuild his worker count. He is slowly climbing back up, only 23 probes, 27 now, and it looks like Imindri does have his observer out at this time. And the Zealot count is equal, however, instead of Stalkers, Google has 2 Dark Templar versus 6 Stalkers.
Yeah, I think Imindri is definitely in better shape right now. Going to try to push out, do some more damage. What Google really needed to do was find some way to poke at that mineral line, get some damage in there, instead of choosing to go for these Archons, which I do like. I like the Archons, especially as compared to Dark Templar, against this Stalker and Zealot Ball, but we will see if the Archons are able to hold it off. I just don't know if they'll be able to. There is so many units starting to kill them here now, and Imindri is just going to start pumping out more and more units.
Oh wow, he's using those Dark Templars to get Archons out. I don't know about this. It looks like both of the units kind of are like fodder type units, getting a bunch of Zealots and a bunch of Stalkers, and the Zealots don't have any charge on them, so that you're not going to be able to do a lot of damage. And those Immortals can pick off those Zealots pretty well, because Zealots are biological. So I think he's kind of hoping that Imindri will go for a high Zealot count, but it looks like Imindri's going for that high Stalker count instead. And here's the engagement, maybe? No?
Just poking around a little bit, trying to get himself in a good position to attack here. Like you said, that Archon count is fairly high. There's 4 of them. There's actually a bunch of Stalkers here too, 10 Stalkers. Very high count of these units, but looks like Imindri is actually waiting until he's got Blink finished, and then he's going to go in for this big Blink Stalker push with a few Zealots to back him up. And I like this play from Imindri.
Yeah, I mean, I approve of it as well. I mean, the Stalker count is so high, and it looks like the Archons won't be able to do that much damage. Here's the engagement. We do see a force field going down, blocking off the ramp. He needs to be careful that his own Archon does not disrupt that force field. Actually, can that happen?
I'm not sure, but oh my god, he's in horrible position here. The Archons are just sitting in the back, unable to pick at anything. Just awful positioning right there. Got him to lose a bunch of Zealots there for almost no reason. And it looks like, though, that Google will be able to easily push this army back here. These Archons do massive amounts of damage, but Yeah, he's doing some picking, and it looks like he might be able to repel this, but we do see that Amindri is warping in on the high ground, keeping up that pressure.